Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Um, Good evening, everyone. My name is Ashray. I'm an educator here at ThinkTac, and welcome to the Raman Awards Bootcamp session. The aim of today's bootcamp is to give you guys a brief introduction of the contest and to make an activity with you and help you understand how to register and participate in this competition. Just keep in mind, if you have been nominated by your school, you'll directly participate in stage two. You will not need to participate through stage one. So, if you have any questions related to stage two, there will be a separate boot camp conducted later on in a couple of weeks. And you can attend that one and ask your questions there. This particular boot camp is specifically only for stage one, all right? There were some materials that I think you guys have been informed to keep for the activity that we'll be doing today. Just make sure those materials are next to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce the Raman Awards to you a little bit. Then we'll make the activity. We'll look at some observations that we can make out of the activity. And then I'll explain how you can register for stage one. All right. Once we're done with the entire thing, I'll take questions from you guys if you all have any. Okay, let's move on. So first and foremost, what is the Raman Awards? The Raman Young Science Innovator Awards, or the Raman Awards for short, they are a nationwide science innovation contest with a focus on kids, you guys, using your hands-on skills and simple materials to explore and explain various scientific phenomena. It was started in 2017, and it was named the Raman Awards in honor of C.V. Raman, because of our association with the Raman Institute, Raman Research Institute Trust. The contest itself, the competition, will be held on 1st and 2nd February 2025. It's held in February because on 28th February 1928, Dr. C.V. Raman had discovered the Raman effect, which would soon go on to be the reason he would receive the Nobel Prize for his discovery. So the contest is named after him. And our focus is also so that you guys get an opportunity to think about and participate in STEM related activities. So, a good thing to kind of keep in mind about the Raman Awards is that it's not a robotics or an engineering based competition. We want you guys to use simple materials and construct the models that will showcase any scientific phenomenon or a concept. So please don't buy like expensive Arduinos, breadboards, and make a sensor and make that as a submission. The simpler the materials, the more original your idea, the more likelihood of you participating in the finals of the Raman Awards. So this is the Raman Awards website URL. Any and all information that you want will be available on this website. Please keep in mind there's no S in this website. It is ramanaward.org, not ramanawards.org. And if you go to that website, this is what it will look like. All of the information that you need to know is available on the opening page of the Raman Awards. If you want to register for the Raman Awards, just click this button saying register for stage one. And if you want, category-wise information, it's all available in this drop-down menu here. All right. So now that we've learned a little bit about the Raman Awards, I'm going to play the making video for the activity that we've asked you guys to keep materials for today. Let's watch the video. Then I'll make the activity with you guys. And then take you all through some observations that we can make with this activity. Okay. Purvi, can you just let me know if the sound?
Yes, it's there.
Oh, sorry. I'll just do this again. Yeah.
about the lies you go disperse. You never did shit, I know it hurts, but something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can't and I won't. That's what guides me the most. You lies, I'll do what I want.
All right. Well, yeah. So now that we've watched the making video, I'll make the model with you guys. So I'll just spotlight myself for everyone. Okay. So I'm just going to turn the camera to my table now. Just make sure you'll have all of these materials. You'll need a dustbin cover or a plastic bag, some thread. It could be a woolen thread. It could just make sure it's not the stitching thread. That's too thin, but you'll need some thread. You'll need some tape. I have cut some tape and put on butter paper over here, but if you have normal tape also, it's fine. And uh, a magnet or any other weight. You just need a good weight. Magnets, you'll understand why it's a useful thing, but just you need a weight for this activity. So for those of you who have these materials, can you all just put a thumbs up using the react button on your screen? I just want to know how many of you all have the materials. Okay, okay. Good number of you all have the materials. Very good. So let's start with the activity. So as you guys can see, this plastic cover, it has one side that opens and one side that is closed. So the first thing that we need to do is cut off the portion that is closed, like this. So I've cut off the closed portion. And when I open this up, I'm going to get a very large bag that is open on two sides. So it's open on two sides, this side and this side, and it's closed on this end and the opposite end. We'll just repeat that. Once you cut off the closed portion, you'll have a plastic bag that's open on two sides. One is this side, which is pointing towards you guys, and the other is the one pointing towards me. So I have two open ends. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to use scissors and I'm going to cut. So can you see this is the close end? I'm going to cut along that line so that I get a single strand of paper. I mean, plastic bag. When you cut, you should get two separate square sheets like this. Keep one sheet on the side. I'm just going to give you guys 2 minutes to complete the step. So just make sure you're done up to here. How many of y'all were able to get 2 sheets? Can y'all just put a thumbs up? Or if you're still cutting, no problem. It's a very small portion. All right. Okay. Can I assume you guys have finished this step? Yeah? Thumbs up if you're done. All right. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, we just need a sheet of paper that is 40 centimeters in length and breadth. We just need a 40 centimeter square. So I've got a ruler here and I'm going to measure 40 centimeters. This 15, 30, and 40. And I'm going to make a mark. Same thing I'm going to do. So I measured this length and I've made a mark. I'm going to measure this length and make a mark. So here we have 50, oh, sorry, 15, 30, and 40. So I've got my two marks saying 40 centimeter length, 40 centimeter breadth. And I'm going to cut off all the excess plastic from this sheet. Now I'm cutting breadthwise. Now I have a sheet that is 40 centimeters by 40 centimeters. It's a 40 centimeter square. How many of y'all were able to finish up till this point? Can I just see some thumbs up? Okay. That's a very small number. All right. Is anyone stuck anywhere? First thing that you need to do is cut off the closed side of the plastic bag. Once you do that, open it up and then cut the closed edges of the plastic bag. You'll get two squares. From that, you need to measure 40 centimeters by length and 40 centimeters by breadth, and you'll get a sheet like this. Okay. So the next the next portion, I'm seeing some thumbs up, so I'm going to move on. The next portion, uh, pay attention to this because it can get a little bit confusing. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this square and fold it such that it becomes a rectangle. Okay. This is the first portion. First step for making the parachute shape. So here we have a rectangle. Now I'm going to take this and fold it so that it becomes a square. So I fold it into quarters. All right. Now just keep this next step in mind. In this square, we have two sides that are open and two sides that are closed. So the sides that are open, I'm going to join them like this. So I'm going to get a triangle. I'll just repeat. These two sides of mine are open, these two sides. So I'm going to fold it such that it becomes a triangle. So now what I have is a right angle triangle. The hypotenuse is here. The base of the triangle is the closed side, and the height of the triangle is the open sides. All the open sides are on the height of the triangle. All the closed sides are now on the base of the triangle. And I have my hypotenuse. How many of you guys were able to complete up to this portion? Okay, very good. Very good. All right. Now, I'm going to take the base of this triangle and make it touch the hypotenuse till I get a different triangle altogether. Okay. So essentially what it should look like is this is the original triangle that you had. I'm going to take the base of this triangle and make it touch the hypotenuse. And I have this shape where there's this portion that's extra. And I'm going to cut off this extra portion. All right. Just going to do one more cut so that this comes out better. So if you guys can see, the excess portion I've cut out over here, and I have the folded portion over here. How many of you all were able to complete till now? So when you open this,
Ashray, can you repeat this part?
yes. Okay, so I'll just take the other half and show you guys the thing again. So this is the extra sheet that I had. I'm going to make it into a rectangle. Once I make this rectangle, then fold it and make it a square. So now I have a square where I have two sides that are open and two sides that are closed. This side is closed, this side is closed, this side is open, this side is open. I'm going to join the two vertices or the corners of the square. So now I'm going to get a triangle where the base of the triangle is all closed and the height of the triangle is all open. And then there's the hypotenuse. Okay, I'll just repeat. When I fold it twice, I get a square where two sides are closed and two sides are open. Then I'm going to fold it again in such a way that the base of my triangle is closed over here and the height is all open. And then I have the hypotenuse here. Then this closed base, I'm going to take it and make it touch the hypotenuse. So essentially what I'm going to have is there's going to be this excess portion on the left side and this folded portion on the right side. Okay. And then I'm going to cut off this excess portion. So ultimately, it will look something like this. And when you open that up, it's going to look like a circle. This is the circle that we've made. And if you notice, you can see the lines. Here is one line, then here's another line, third line, fourth line. And it's almost like the directions of a compass are now on this plastic sheet. Just give me 1 minute. I'm just going to connect power source for my laptop. Just give me a second. Sorry about that. I'm back. So now we have this circular plastic sheet. So now what I'm going to do is you'll need string that is approximately 40 centimeters in length. I'll just repeat 40 centimeters in length. And you will need to cut 8 such pieces of string. So I've already pre-cut my string. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So I'm going to give you guys some time. You need to cut 40 centimeters of string. Cut 40 centimeters string and you'll need 8 such pieces. 8 pieces of 40 centimeters each. Have you all been able to cut 8 strings of 40 centimeters each? How many of you all finished? Okay. Um, Now what I'm going to do is these 8 strings, I'm going to lay them on what essentially is like the 8 directions of this particular circle. As you guys can see, I've got one string for top, bottom, left, right, as well as the folds in between as well. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some tape to stick these in place. So I've stuck the one at the bottom. One at the top. Then right side. Left side. And now everything in between. I've just finished sticking the bottom corners. Now I'm going to do the top one. All right. Can I just see how many of you guys were able to complete the step? You just need to stick the strings on your plastic sheet. How many of you guys were able to complete? Can I just see some thumbs up? Okay. All right. Okay. So now for the final step of this, what we're going to do, we're going to take each of these strings and tie it to the magnet. If you don't have a magnet, you can use an eraser. If you don't, just any object with a weight. It could be a bolt also, a heavy bolt. Just make sure you tie it to an object with a bolt. So I'm collecting all of these strings, the open end of all of these strings, and I'm going to tie it to the magnet. Three more to go. That's all. And now I'm going to twist this a little bit so that it becomes a little more sharp and pass it through the ring magnet. And then I'm going to tie this. You guys can see I've passed it through the ring magnet. I'm going to tie this that it's secure. There. And now we have our very own parachute model. After the bootcamp gets over, you guys can go and drop this from either the terrace of your building or any height. If you live on the first floor, just throw it out the window. Um, but now you have a parachute model made with very simple materials. We used a plastic bag, we used strings, we used a ring magnet, and some tape. All right. So now that we've made the model, how many of you guys were able to complete up till now? Can I just see some thumbs ups? Okay, very good. All right, very good. So now I'll just get back to sharing my screen. All right. So now that we've made this parachute model, let's look at some of the observations that we can make with this parachute. So I've in the first set of observations that I've made, reason why I took a magnet is that I can just keep attaching more and more magnets. I'll just show you guys. So hope you are able to also see my screen. I mean, you're able to see me apart from my screen. So I can just add some more magnets like this and increase the weight of the thing that weight that is attached to this parachute. So I've changed the weight of what do you say, the magnet, the weight of the number of magnets that I can attach to this parachute, and recorded the time it's taken for the parachute to fall down. So when I had just one magnet, That time it took about 10 seconds for it to come down. But when I added 3 more, it took about 3. Then what else did I try to do? I tried to, what to say, change the size of the parachute circle that I've made. So now we've made a 40 by 40 circle. You can also try to make a 10 by 10 circle. You can make a circle with a radius of diameter of 10 centimeter. You can make a circle with 30 centimeter radius, different sizes circles, and see how long it takes to uh, come down, how long the parachute takes to come down. Keep everything else the same. Let the length of the string be 40 centimeter. Use only one magnet. And when I did that, I saw that it took about 8 seconds or 8 to 10 seconds when I used uh, a 40 centimeter diameter parachute, and about 3 seconds when I um, used a 10 centimeter diameter parachute. So essentially, when I reduce the size of the parachute, it falls faster. This is the observation that I made. What are the other types of observations that I can make? I can change it to a square, I can change it to a triangle, I can change it to a rectangle, try different shapes and see what all happens. So why does this model work the way that it does? So this model is a very, very interesting way to talk about how two forces, gravity and air resistance, compete with each other when they fall on an object. So we know that gravity is an all-attractive force. It attracts everything. You drop a ball, you drop a bottle, you drop this parachute, it'll attract it down. Difference is, in the case of the parachute, there's another force that's trying to push it up or make sure it does not fall down, and that's called air resistance. Gravity is a force that depends on the mass of the object, and air resistance is trying to oppose the downward motion of that object. So when we have a larger canopy, more air resistance. When we have a shorter canopy, less air resistance. When we add more weight to the parachute, gravity is stronger. When we reduce the weight on the parachute, gravity is not as strong as the air resistance. So in this way, we can sit and explain how these two forces they don't balance each other, because if it balanced, then all we would see is the parachute stay in one portion. But what we can say is that we are able to see that air resistance as a force is working against gravity to ensure that the parachute falls down as fast as possible. If you tried this experiment in vacuum, the parachute would just fall down. So this is what we're kind of looking for in Raman Awards. We want you guys to use simple materials and change one aspect of your model, see how it affects the model, and then go on to explain what scientific phenomena or concepts can be covered by that model. So this is the idea of the Raman Awards. We don't want you guys to use complicated, like I said, Arduino, breadboards, things like that. Simple materials, explore and explain a concept. So now that we've understood a little bit about what the awards are, and we've made a model that can potentially be submitted for the awards, I'll just explain a little bit about the competition itself. So the Raman Awards divide into 3 stages: stage 1, 2, and 3. Stage 3 is the finals that will be held in Bangalore. But 1 and 2 are the 2 preceding stages before stage 3. So in stage 1, what happens is we decide an activity that you guys need to submit for the competition. And there are a set of assignments related to the activity that you'll need to submit to be selected for stage 2. So in stage 1, you can go to the website, register yourself, and you'll be shown the activity that is decided for your age group. Sit and complete all of the assignments related to that activity. We want everyone participating in stage 1 to do the same activity, so that there's a level playing field for all the students participating in the Raman Awards. Then once all of the assignments are submitted, we'll evaluate and decide whether you can go on to stage 2 or no. There's another way that you can participate in stage two, which is you're nominated by your school. So for all those who have been already nominated by the school and who are right now attending this boot camp, you do not have to participate in stage one, and we will have a separate stage two boot camp, and we'll get in touch with you when that's supposed to happen. All right. Once you complete all of the activities related to stage two, then 100 students from all the categories, junior, intermediate, senior, will be asked to come to Panchavati, which is C.V. Raman's home. He lived there for a couple of years long ago. And the finals will be held in Bangalore. Panchavati is in Bangalore. The finals will be held in Bangalore in Panchavati, which is C.V. Raman's home. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a video that's going to help you understand how you can register and participate in stage one of the awards. Then, if you have any questions, I'll take your questions. And just remember, anything related to stage two shall be covered during the stage two bootcamp. All right, so now I'm just going to play the video. Purvi, can you let me know if it's audible?
Hello and welcome to the video
Yeah,
explaining
it's
how to
audible.
register
Yeah.
and participate.
Okay.
Hello and welcome to the video explaining how to register and participate in stage 1 of the Raman Awards. Go to register.ramanaward.org, preferably on a laptop or desktop device. You will be shown a screen like this. Enter your WhatsApp number. Enter the OTP sent to your number and click on the login button. If you have not already registered on our system, you will be redirected to the registration form. Please enter your details in the screen and click on the Continue button. You will then be shown a screen like this. Here, click on the Register for the Raman Award for that specific year option. Please fill in the registration form that is displayed. First, enter the PIN code, select the board, and then click on the Search button. Then select your school. In case you're not able to locate your school, please click on the Add a New Institution button as shown here. Then fill out the registration form as shown in the screenshots here. Please note that you will have to ask your school for the following information if you do not already have these details: the school affiliation number or UDISE code, contact number of the school representative, name of the student representative, and email address of the school representative. Please click on the Submit button as shown in the screenshot. Then proceed to enter the PIN code of the school and board. On clicking the Search button, the institution that you just added will appear. Then click on the Continue button. You will then be registered to participate in Stage 1 of the award. Once registered, please click on the Stage 1 option under the Contests and Challenges menu. You will be shown a card like this with the activity assigned to your participation category. Here, click on the Make Submission button and follow the instructions displayed on screen to complete your submission for Stage 1 of the Raman Awards. First, view and understand the activity assigned to your category by navigating to the Resources step. Then, take 2 pictures of your completed activity from 2 different angles, with you present in the picture. That is, your face has to be visible. Submit these images as shown in these screenshots. Then download the template for the observation sheet by navigating back to the Resources section. After that, navigate to the Assignment 2 Observation Sheet section and submit your filled-in observation sheet. Next, take a video, no longer than 2 minutes, of you playing with your activity. You may speak, etc., while demonstrating the activity. This can be in any language. Upload the video onto YouTube as a public video and paste the link in the Assignment 3 Innovation Video step. Next, complete the observation quiz by clicking on the Start Quiz button in the screen. Then, finalize your submission by clicking on the Submit button. Once submitted, If your registered number is a valid WhatsApp number, you will receive a confirmation message like this. We look forward to your submission and wish you the very best of luck. Goodbye.
All right. Now I think we can take some questions from you guys. Just give me 1 second. All right. Okay, so for those of you guys who have questions, just use the raise hand button, and I'll call you out and ask you to unmute, right? And then I can take your questions. Advait Arivoli?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir, nothing, sir. Actually, I was nominated by the school, so should I still fill the stage one activity?
No,
form?
if you've gotten a message from the school saying you've been nominated, you do not need to do stage one.
I didn't get a message, but there's a teacher who told me that.
Purvi, can you just check for Advait? Advait, can you go
Advait, what is your school name, beta?
Delhi Public School, Bangalore South.
Delhi Public School,
Bangalore South.
Bangalore
South.
South.
Yeah.
So, you have any registered number, phone number of
Yes.
your parent?
Yes.
So, will you just post here? Okay, I will get it checked.
Just
Yeah.
post your parents' phone number in the chat, and Purvi will get in touch with you.
Yes, sir. And one more thing, sir. After I complete the stage two registration, like what should I do in the stage two?
Stage two discussion will happen in the stage two bootcamp. So
Okay,
we're not going to be discussing stage two today.
If I'm registered in stage two, I'll come to stage.
You have to be nominated by your school to directly participate in stage two. If Purvi can confirm that you have been nominated, then all well and good. You directly participate in stage two. If you have not been nominated successfully, then you'll have to go through stage one to participate in Raman Awards.
And stage three, for stage two, that will then separate bootcamp to lab.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Devanshi Shah.
Yes, sir. Wanted to ask you that the approx, like, will it be in the end of October or start of November, the stage two?
Stage two bootcamp or stage two phase?
The phase.
The phase. Okay, so October 1st, stage two begins, and November 30th, stage two ends. So you get a whole of 2 months to sit and do your entire thing.
Yeah, so because we have our exams approaching, so it's going to be over by 25th of October. So we're going to
Okay.
get enough time, right? So that.
Yeah.
that's why
You'll
I'm-
have till November 30th to complete stage two.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Welcome. All the best.
Thank you.
Aryan Tiwari.
Okay, sir, I had a doubt about the thing that our like when will the boot camp of stage two will be happening?
So essentially, October 15th is when stage one closes, like the deadline. After that, we'll have to evaluate all of the submissions and then, decide who is going to move on to stage two or not. Once that is over, we'll conduct the boot camp. Right now, there's no date that I can give you for stage two.
So
But it
basically,
definitely happen before stage two gets over, so don't worry. You'll get the information.
and in stage two, will they give you guys will give the assignment, or we have to make our own assignments and
Stage two,
submit
you'll have to make your own assignment.
with our ideas?
Yes.
Basically.
The more original the idea, the better. The more simpler the materials, the better.
Okay, thank you for so much.
Shri Raksha. Shri Raksha. Shri Raksha? If you're speaking, I'm unable to hear you. Do you want to post your question in the chat? Maybe we can find your question there. Oh, you're unable to unmute. Okay, so just post your question in the chat. Maybe Purvi will attend to your question. All right. Shaurya.
Sir, I have a question that how is stage 2 different than stage 1?
Stage 1, we will decide what activity you guys have to do. Stage 2, you will have to present your own original idea.
Sir, so when so the bootcamp starts from October 15.
So stage 1, last day, the deadline for stage 1 is October 15. But stage 2 begins October 1st, ends November 30th. So you have 2 months for stage 2. But if you want to participate, if you have not yet registered, better to start registering now. And you have about 15 days left for stage 1 to get over. All right. Samsung, what's this? Samsung SM M33 6BU. There are two Samsungs over here. Samsung SM M33 6BU. Are you able to unmute? Okay. Samsung SM A34 6E. Are you able to unmute?
Sir, what we have to do for stage 2?
Stage 2 discussion will happen in the stage 2 bootcamp. We're not going to discuss that today. This is for stage 1. If you have any questions related to stage 1, you can ask. Are you nominated by your school?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then we'll have a separate bootcamp for you guys.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
But where we have to send the picture of our project?
For stage 2, we'll discuss all of the requirements when the bootcamp arrives.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. All right. Arman Survey. Are you able to unmute?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
So I wanted to see that in stage 2, sir, will you give us the topic or do we have to choose our own topic?
Stage 2, you'll have to come up with your own idea. Stage 1, we will give you the topic. Are you nominated for stage 2?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you'll have to present your own idea.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Samsung. Okay. The M33 6BU. Are you able to unmute? If you have not, post your question in the chat. We will attend to you. Sharia?
Sir, just one more question I have to ask. Who will be the teacher for stage 2 people?
Who will be the teacher as in?
Who will be the conductor of the stage 2 boot camps?
Oh, probably me only. Advait, you have a question again?
Yes, sir. The last question is should we do 2 projects for stage 2 or 1?
So stage 2, you can do 2 projects, but again, all of the discussion related to stage 2 will happen in a different bootcamp.
Okay.
Okay.
So we cannot use like Arduino and electronics, sir. Just simple.
Sorry?
You want us to use simple materials instead of
Yes.
Arduino, pipe, and all.
Yes. M33 6BU, are you able to unmute? If you can't unmute, then you can type your question in the chat. Purvi, have you been able to get in touch with people?
Yes, Ashray.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much for attending the bootcamp, and all the best for your project. Oh, yes. M33 6BU. Yes, I can hear you.
Sir, I am Kishantini.
Yes, what's your question?
My question is, what is the format of the observation sheet we need to submit to the stage 1?
You'll be able to get the observation sheet on the website itself. So you register for stage 1 first, and then you'll be able to download the observation sheet from there itself.
Okay, sir. Another question. If
Yeah.
I already participated in stage 2 in school and again participating, it is not problem, right, sir?
So for stage 2, you'll have to be nominated by your school. If you have not been nominated, then you'll have to go through stage 1.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Um, all right then. A34E, you have another question?
Sir, we have to put our project picture on which website?
So when you register, it'll take you to a platform called unlab. You'll have to all of the information will be available there.
Okay, sir.
Okay, guys, thank you all for your time. Have a wonderful weekend and all the best for all of your submissions. I hope to see you guys in the finals in stage 3 here in Bangalore. All the best. Do well. Bye, everyone.